The following podcast is brought to you by the Geeks 2 Network, and all opinions are those of the hosts. Listener discretion is advised. It's time to talk wrestling. This is the Dave Dynasty Show.
And welcome to the Dave Dynasty Show. This is your host, Dave Dynasty, joined as always by
Ike Isaacs.
Got me excited. I thought for a moment maybe you were gone.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah. Wishful thinking. Thank you for joining us, however you do, whether it be iTunes, SoundCloud, or YouTube. And whichever means you do, please make sure you subscribe, follow, or like us. Leave some comments, share it. And if you join us through iTunes, please rate and review us. It helps us on the charts, and we appreciate it. Before we get into it, let's mention all of our sponsors and cool things we got going on. First of all, of course, LuchaMaskUSA.com for all your Lucha Libre needs straight from the luchadors themselves. Check them out at LuchaMaskUSA.com. And also check out our friends at the Masked Republic. If you go to their site, LuchaLoot.com, and you enter the code Dynasty, you will receive 10% off of your first Lucha Loot Box subscription. And also visit them at LuchaShop.com for all their Lucha Libre merchandise. If you enter the code Dynasty, you receive 10% off your order, excluding masks. And, of course, if you visit DaveDynasty.com, click on the top left-hand column. There is our Amazon.com affiliate link. No additional charge to you. You can shop just like you normally do at the normal rates, but we receive a little bit of a kickback, and it helps us. And now, right below that, there's also a link for HighSpots.com. We are also an affiliate with them. Once again, you click on that little button there for High Spots, and you shop just like you normally would. Again, no additional charge for you, and we get a little bit of kickback.
Holla.
That's right. Speaking of DaveDynasty.com, you can visit us there for all of our social media links. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
That's right, playa.
And all of our old podcast episodes can be found there. There's a banner right smack in the middle of the page. Click that. You can listen to any of our podcast episodes in any form you want. And as always, you can send us feedback via email at dave@davedynasty.com. Whew.
It's a lot.
I feel like
it's a lot to talk about.
I feel like half the podcast, we just have to get all that out. But that's what happens when you get busy. That's the way it is. So,
bottom line, because Stone Cold says so.
We're not going to talk about a lot of headlines today. Just a couple things I think we should mention, though. How about the new champs in WWE?
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Yep. Pretty cool. The era of Wyatt, as he is calling it. And, he's already got a successful defense under his belt against John Cena on SmackDown. Pretty cool. Rumor is that was John Cena's insistence. He was his insistence that he put Bray over in that episode to strengthen him. So,
Good.
If that is true, props to John. Look, I call him John like I'm on a first name basis with him.
Good guy, John.
If I was on a first name basis with Cena, like I'd be sitting here with your sorry ass.
Right. His real name is John, isn't it? Or his real
name is John Cena.
Is it? Okay.
Or when he dons the mask, it's Juan Cena.
Juan Cena.
No, that's not a weird thing. That truly happened once. And also at that, we also have new women's champions, Bayley and Naomi.
Yes, Bayley.
On both the respective brands. Cool stuff. Both of them very, very, very deserving.
If you follow me on Twitter, you would know that I'm a hugger. I retweeted that.
You keep your hugs on that side of the table. Which, that's weird if you're hugging yourself, but we won't go into your personal life. So, yeah, that's kind of all the headlines we're going to hit on. I think it's all we need to mention.
I think we should also mention that last week, last Sunday, we did, before Elimination Chamber, we did picks, and I beat Dave.
First and last time we will do that.
Yeah.
Not because I lost, just because, I don't think it's a purpose here.
I think it's because he lost.
I think it's because you can kiss my ass. So, anyway.
I think I got like 4. You got like 2.
Well, I got one finger for you right now. And 2 words for you.
Suck it.
So, anyway, now you got me all distraught. And you know what? I don't give a shit that you beat me in the Elimination Chamber picks. I really don't. That really does not affect my life.
But to be fair, like, I don't think anybody did good because we have a group of people that do it, and I don't think anybody did very well. I think it was all.
See, like I always do, I tried to overthink, be too creative.
Yeah,
Not that I'm creative, but I'm just saying I tried to spin stories.
You tried to do the
my
whole
fantasy
Miz.
booking in it. Yeah, well, whatever. But yeah, we got a great episode today. We have an interview that Ike did with Garza Jr.
Yes. It's been
Mexican wrestling superstar who is hugely in the news right now because
yes.
of his recent departure from AAA
to the crash.
AAA to the crash and so on. He's actually independent. He just wrestles where he wants now.
Yeah.
And he departed with Daga and Pentacero Miedo, the former Pentagon Jr. That's a whole other spill. We won't get back into that.
Yeah, so that's some bullshit that we covered already.
And they joined Penta's brother Phoenix. They have formed La Rebellion. Very cool stuff, but a very cool conversation with Garza. When you listen to that, we have to excuse the first minute and a half or so. The audio is a little weird. It was a little weird. It was sometimes on our international calls. It's a little wonky, but Ike made the fix pretty quick, and it sounds good from there on out. We will be putting up a transcript of that interview on my blog, so that you can really dive into what Garza has to say, because he does, he talks about everything. Pulls no punch, he's very frank, very to the point about it.
Oh yeah,
pretty cool interview. But so that kind of brought up the topic then of wrestling departures in general. When people leave companies, and it's kind of surprising. You don't get a lot of that anymore with the internet. Pretty much everything's spoiled. You do every once in a while. Things happen. I don't feel like we try to get swerved anymore. Everything's just like blah. But so
it's hard to swerve people anymore.
Yeah, well, it's possible. I feel like they just, I don't know.
The biggest
Whatever.
swerve I think we've seen in a long time was AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but it was even suspected he might show.
Yeah,
I think the Samoa Joe on Raw was pretty because
good.
Everybody anticipated that he was going to be at the Rumble.
Yeah.
And then once that didn't happen, they're like, well, heck, when's it going to happen? So, but there was still, even online, people. But I think some people just go online and will just say whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So, because, I can start the rumor that, hey, let's just say I believe Kurt Angle will make an appearance on Raw.
I mean, so now it's in everybody's head.
Right. So now if it happens, I'm right.
If it doesn't,
who cares? Because there's so much shit on the internet. Who cares? But anyway, as we kind of threw this topic out as we were talking to Garza Jr. about the departures, and so I came up. I've got about 5 kind of departures that always stuck out in my head. They're kind of cool.
Okay.
These are pretty much all 80s, 90s.
Can I guess the 5?
You'll never guess them, but you can. Yeah, you can.
Okay. Bret Hart.
No, but there was that whole. These are specific, but there was that whole NWO, WCW picking everybody.
Yeah.
There were a couple that I thought from that time period.
Like Hulk Hogan?
No, but I kind of lumped. Well, no, only because that was a topic we might talk about on a special episode another time. Maybe I didn't really care.
Razor Ramon and Diesel.
Yes, the outsider jump I thought was a big deal.
Let's see. Who else?
I'm telling you, there's some of these.
Like the Jericho and Benoit and stuff like that.
Nah, because
that was kind of like WCW.
Because the dirt sheets were kind of saying they were unhappy.
Okay.
We're not gonna spend the whole podcast with you guessing, just so you know.
So I got one right.
So okay, there was one that always pops to my mind is when Alundra Blaze / Medusa jumped to WCW.
Is that when she dropped the
title in the trash can? Just because of that. Because of the fact she was blackballed for so long, finally in the Hall of Fame, finally kind of back in the good graces. But, just because of, that was kind of a big deal, at that time, I thought. One that is very, very huge to me from my childhood that I absolutely loved was when Ricky Steamboat jumped from WWF to WCW. Now, there's kind of that whole area is when Ricky was having his son.
Yep.
And he was the Intercontinental Champion. He was having his son, wanted some time off. WWE was like, or WWF at that time, was not happy. They didn't want him to give him time off. That's why he dropped the belt to Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
Which, that is another story for another podcast. That was rumored he was going to drop the belt to Butch Reed. Butch Reed no-showed. Hogan was standing there. They were like, who are we going to have drop the belt? And Honky walked by. And he's like, well, what about this guy? That's the rumor. I don't know. That's what Honky says. But Honky says a lot. The Honky Tonk Man. But anyway, I'm thinking more because one of my hugest mark-out moments of my life is when Eddie Gilbert is wrestling Flair and Wyndham. He's in this feud with the Horsemen. He says, next week I'm bringing somebody back, somebody from your past, somebody, for a tag match, and it was Ricky Steamboat. It was huge. And then that whole thing with him and Flair was just spectacular. So that was always big in my mind.
I remember you showed me that. I remember that.
Good stuff. And then there was even though it was past his wrestling days, I always thought when Rick Rude jumped to WCW, that was kind of in that whole NWO era, but I thought it was so significant, obviously because I looked at the date. On November 17th, 1997, Rick Rude appeared on the taped Raw and on the live Nitro on the same night during the Monday Night War. So it was pretty cool.
Huh.
And then also, though, later that week when the ECW television show aired, he was on that too because it was taped a while back. So literally within that week, he was on all three. But it was the only guy, and I think, and I could be wrong, but if I remember right, it was so funny because he was on Raw, which was taped.
Okay.
But they didn't really throw out it was taped. They didn't say it wasn't, but but he was with DX, had a beard. It was on Nitro that same night without the beard.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. So I think just because that weird little thing that he was on both, I always thought that was pretty cool. The Outsider win, and then on the very first episode of Nitro in 1995, when Lex Luger showed up, and he was in WWF, only because at that time we didn't know stuff as well. The internet wasn't as prominent. Luger was kind of stuck in a tag team with the British Bulldog, but you always just suspected at some point Luger was going to be pushed as the man, even though they kind of tried and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then just all of a sudden, he just shows up on Nitro. It was pretty wild. It was a lot of people remember Nitro for that, the first Nitro. I remember the first Nitro because of this spectacular match with Jushin Thunder Liger and Brian Pillman. If you've not seen that match, go check. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was also at the Mall of America. It was pretty weird, like in the middle of a mall.
I think I've seen like that before.
That match was great though, but Luger showed up, so it was kind of cool. So so just when I think of things, I think of those departures.
Yeah.
Kind of big, big in my mind. I mean, you mentioned Hogan jumping to WCW.
Yeah.
Which that was a huge thing for the business.
Yeah, because that's the whole NWO ordeal.
But even before that, he was there a couple years before the NWO thing started. Yeah. And again, we had a poll up on Twitter recently.
Okay.
We're going to start doing some special episodes as supplemental episodes to our regular thing, and that and part of the we put a poll up for the topics, or not necessarily the topics, the themes of these episodes. And
was one of the themes how much of a dick Hulk Hogan is?
No.
Oh.
It was the one that won the poll was that we talk about wrestling history, historical things.
Yeah.
Moments, happenings, things like that. Not necessarily big, broad topics, but more specific things. And so we have a poll up now, because that won. So we have a poll up now where we have 3 topics up and what people want our first episode of that to be. The choices, one of the choices is when Hulk Hogan went to WCW, because there was a lot of significance to that beyond just he's in WCW kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the other choices are the infamous click curtain call in Madison Square Garden, which kind of tore away kayfabe. It was wild, but there was a lot of things associated with that too that people don't really think of that spun out of that.
Yeah.
And then there was the death of Bruiser Brody.
Okay.
So that poll, by the time this hits this podcast, this episode you're listening to right now is out. The poll will be done. We'll already be determined. So, but the second, very close in that poll for themes was top 5 lists. So I think we might do some of those too.
Yeah, so I can think of a couple of top 5 lists.
So I think we're going to alternate. One week do a historical one, the next week do a top 5. The top 5 won't take as much research on our part. It's just our opinions.
Yeah.
So, but those will be in addition to our normal show that we do weekly. So
we should do
pretty soon we're going to start doubling up.
Should do a wrestling history sometime about how much of a dick Hulk Hogan is. See, like, I always hear, like, such bad stories about Hulk Hogan. Just random thought, but I always hear such terrible things about him.
Perhaps. People in power do things like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Him and Vince Russo.
But, and then you also, you talked Bret Hart, but during that whole NWO period, there were so many guys showing up on Nitro. I mean, showing up on WCW, so.
And a lot of those people, when they jump ship from WWE, some of them were allowed to come back.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Some of them were already gone from WWE, but it was just weird. They were literally just signing everybody.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at you, Virgil. They signed anybody and everybody.
Well, because I remember, like, Yeah. I remember
By the
that.
way, if anybody out there has connections to Virgil, we want to have him on as a guest. We want to interview Virgil. Why the hell not?
But we don't want to pay him.
Yeah, as he puts it, no fuck money. That's what he calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not paying Virgil to be on the podcast, but if he wants to come on and he can say whatever he wants, I don't care.
Yeah. So
He can spin those tails.
if he wants to talk shit about Ted DiBiase.
He can say whatever he wants. So if anybody knows him, yeah, tell him, tweet him, whatever you. I don't know how you get hold of Virgil.
Yeah.
I guess you can tweet him, but I don't.
I mean, how often does he see tweets? He's
Probably
too,
a lot. He's on there a lot.
He's probably too busy living out of a cardboard box.
He's been exchanging tweets with Stofers.
Why? Stofers.
There was something with the Super Bowl where he said
like
something.
the lasagna people?
Yeah, because it was said something about. I don't know. He tweeted during the Super Bowl, I think it was, at halftime. Now it's time to go pop a Stouffer's lasagna in the oven or whatever, and I think Stouffer's responded. It's weird. Who knows? It's one of those things.
Is it just weird that like Virgil's is just like, I'm gonna put me a Stouffer's lasagna in the oven?
He says weird shit on Twitter.
I guess. I mean,
it's just like the connection, just like the fact that on Wendy's Twitter, there's a few times they've dropped references of the Young Bucks. It's pretty wild.
What?
The Wendy's Twitter is weird. Man.
Well, yeah,
it's wild. It's all kinds of it's funny stuff. But they mentioned
like
something about the
roasting
Indie
people and
Taker,
stuff,
and
yeah.
and that's what a Young Bucks thing. And
because I know they've been like talking to like they've been doing like really weird like memes and stuff.
they've been burying people.
I mean, yeah, like there's this one guy who was like,
but it's usually like they bury McDonald's or something, and bury people that make reference to their. I don't know, stuff like that, but they make reference. There's some Young Buck references in there.
There was some dude that actually tweeted. This is really random. I know it's a wrestling podcast, but there's some random guy, right? He tweets Wendy's and he's like, "Yo, your guys' food sucks," and they're like, "Well, not as bad as you suck," or something like that. They basically just roasted the shit out of him.
Yeah, they do.
But the guy like deleted his Twitter, like straight up disappeared off Twitter because he got so.
They roasted so bad by Wendy's, he disappeared.
Seriously, I shit you not. You can look it up too.
Yeah, I heard that.
There's screenshots.
It's pretty
somewhere.
cool.
Wendy's is great. I like Wendy's,
but
they got rid of the spicy chicken nuggets. Did you know that?
Yeah, we're not that kind of podcast. Don't go off on your food porn.
Spicy chicken nuggets.
We're going to leave it at the fact that they made some Young Bucks mentions, and somehow we've talked about this. We've gone from talking about Virgil to the spicy chicken nuggets.
But they're gone. Did you not like the spicy chicken nuggets?
much like Virgil's career.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Virgil. We love you. I guess I don't. You.
I mean, I'll
you
interview.
are what you are, but we like to interview you, man.
I'll interview you.
Why not, Virgil? So if you know Virgil, if you have any kind of connections to Virgil, first of all, I don't know why you would, but if you do, we want him on.
And then if you want to talk to Stofers and get them to sponsor us, send us free lasagna. Lasagna.
Oh, dear God. We better take a break because I think somebody needs a snack.
I am hungry.
You're always hungry.
That I am. I'm eating lunch today.
So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we will have Ike's interview with the one and only Garza Jr. Stick around.
Visit LuchaMaskUSA.com for official high-quality Lucha masks and merchandise, straight from the luchadors themselves. They have a huge and always growing inventory, so check back often. That's LuchaMaskUSA.com.
And welcome back to the Dave Dynasty Show. My name is Ike Isaacs, and today I am joined by an incredible talent from Mexico, Garza Jr. How are we doing today, sir?
Fine, to you?
So you hail from a wrestling family, correct? Your father, uncles wrestled. You have a very rich history of lucha libre. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm correct. It's right. That's right. My grandfather and my uncles, and I have a nephew, and we are about 5 or 6 wrestlers on the family.
As well, you were trained by your father, correct?
The third one. The first one was my grandpa, Humberto Garza. They call El Niño Travieso de Monterrey. Then it's Moisés Segura Elilla. Then it's Héctor and Humberto Garza. Then I'm Garza Jr. and Último Ninja and Ninja Jr. They are all the family.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So then, So when you became a luchador and you started wrestling, how did your family feel about that? How did your father, grandfather, all of them, how did they all feel about you wrestling?
They feel awesome because there's like a dream of the family that every guy that's born in this family, obviously we want for him to be wrestler and all of that because we have on the blood, and it's something that the first thing that all the kids of my family do is to start kicking each other and all of that, and that's something that we have in the blood.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you were training and stuff, when was it that you knew that you were ready to compete? Did your father and your family, did they say, okay, you have to do this before you can compete? Did you have like benchmarks?
Yeah, I keep training by about 6 years, and then a promoter of Monterrey, they saw me and they told me that he want me on his match that he has the next Sunday, and that's where when I come wrestler, they make me all the tests that I need of wrestling, of medicine and all of that, and that's what I come a wrestler.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you first debuted, though, after you had done all your training, you debuted under a mask as El Hijo del Ninja.
Yeah, Hijo del Ninja. Sí, that's right.
Yep.
That's my first name, Hijo del Ninja. I entered on the TV show. A TV show entertainment program right here in Monterrey, and then I took my mask off in a TV show, and then I changed my name to Garza Jr. when I entered to AAA, and that's my history on my life in the wrestling. I started by the name of Hijo del Ninja with a mask, and then I took it off in a TV show program. And then I passed to my name of Garza Jr.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's very cool. So obviously, as with a lot of luchadors, unmasking yourself used to not be very common. That used to be kind of an uncommon thing to do. Was it hard to unmask and go from being a masked wrestler to being an unmasked wrestler?
But for me, it's the same. I think it's the same. I feel better without the mask. A lot of people start attacking me because of I took my mask off on a TV show program, but I don't care about that. I think if all the people start talking about you, it sounds that you are making the good things. And that's why I don't care about all that, and I think I feel better without the mask.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as well, when you unmasked, as we said, you changed your name. Why did you change, or why did you choose the name Garza Jr.?
I have an interview with all the AAA corporated, and they told me that they want me to use my second name, that is Garza, because of my uncle, because of all the history. And they told me that the luchador with the mask is Hijo del Ninja. Luchador without a mask, I need to have my name, and that's why I changed my name to Garza Jr.
Absolutely. So, as we've been talking about, you when you went to AAA, that's kind of when you became Garza Jr., because before you were El Hijo de Ninja. And
yeah.
So, when you went to AAA, obviously you had wrestled in different promotions before that. So
yeah. It's a kind of different because right here in Mexico, the independent promotions are extremely different to AAA because AAA there's like a team. It's like how do you say it's a team that you saw 5 days of the week. You are on all the Republic, and you saw the friends a lot of days of the week, and they're so different in the independent mode.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how did you eventually end up in AAA? Because as you said, you started out in the independents, but how did you eventually make your way to being in AAA?
About the invitation to be part of AAA?
Yeah, how did you get to that point?
Because we had one match on Bolivia. There was Rey Mysterio, Alberto El Patron, my cousin Ultimo Ninja, and I. And then Conan was in there. Conan was a writer of AAA. They saw our match, and they liked the match. And he told me that he wants to bring me to AAA. They talk with all the promotion of AAA, and then they call me. They make me a tryout, and they accept me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, since we're talking a little bit about AAA right now, recently you, Penta, Daga, you guys all left AAA and joined Phoenix to form La Rebelión. There was
La Rebelión.
Yeah. So there's obviously issues with AAA that had kind of built up over time. What were some of the issues that you had with AAA causing you to leave?
Basically, the first problem is that they don't pass up work. They call me some promoters of other countries of Mexico. They call me and they want me to be on their matches, on their programs, on their events, and AAA told the promoters that I'm busy, and then they call me and I'm free, and that's why that's the basic reason that I took off AAA, because they are telling all the promoters that I'm busy, and that day I'm free.
Yeah. And obviously that's going to hurt you, because in order to make money, you have to wrestle.
Yeah.
So if they're telling people that you're busy and stuff, and you're not, that's going to hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, that's the basic reason that they were blocking me on all the matches, on the events that they have, and that's why they affect my how do you say my money, the entrance to my own, and that's the first reason.
Absolutely. So, did you or Penta or Daga or Phoenix ever try to improve things with AAA? Did you ever try to talk to them, or was it just one of those things that you couldn't even consider, that you just kind of had to move out?
No, we just move it out. We don't touch nothing to AAA. We make all as they call La Rebelión. That's like a revolution, that we make it all without telling nothing to AAA.
Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. So, when you did leave, and you went to the promotion called The Crash, how did it feel making that transition, just leaving AAA one day and then just arriving at The Crash? How was that?
Oh, that was awesome, because I think The Crash is making a lot of things that normally you see in Mexico, that The Crash is bringing a lot of American luchadors. They are making some mix-up of American and Mexican style. The Crash is, I think, the best company in Mexico. They are making a lot of extremely matches, and I think that change that we make is for a better career. And I think The Crash is the next biggest company in Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you guys did depart from AAA, obviously you'd probably want to keep it kind of quiet. But did anybody else know that you were leaving other than you three?
No. Just just Penta, Daga, I, Phoenix, and Nacho, who is the owner of the Crash.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. So, since you guys left AAA and arrived at the Crash, AAA has done a lot of things that just seem to be kind of making it difficult for you guys to wrestle. They started.
Yeah, they're making a lot of things like sending letters to all the promoters that they want to block us. They're telling all the promoters that if they give us work, they're going to send the lawyers, and they are making a lot of things to take off the work that we have. But I think that they cannot make nothing because the promoters want us to be on his events, and that's why I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, obviously, in response to all that, you guys are going to keep wrestling, of course. But if you were going to say something to AAA about them doing these things to you, what would you say to them?
That I don't want to say AAA nothing because they are acting like little kids. They are acting like real women. They are making no professional, and I don't want to say nothing. Just that they are acting like little kids.
Absolutely, absolutely, I agree. So obviously, as we've said, you wrestle for you used to wrestle for AAA, and you wrestle for the Clash right now. So these are all promotions that are in Mexico. Have you ever wrestled in the United States?
Yeah. I have my work visa, and I start matching on a few countries in the USA. Next March 3, I'm gonna be on Hidalgo, Texas. Then March 18, I'm gonna be on Dallas with Oscar Martinez, and I have a few dates right there on Dallas, USA.
Absolutely. So obviously you have some plans to wrestle in the United States, but since so obviously since you're in control of your own career now, since you're kind of out of the grips of AAA, is it one of your goals to make a name for yourself in the United States?
Yeah, it's a big goal that I have to be a international wrestler, to put my name on the top. To make a little bit of things that my uncle made. That he was on New Japan, he was on WF, he was TNA. He was on all the biggest companies that they exist on the world.
Absolutely. So is it one of your goals to eventually end up in a promotion like the WWE or NXT?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Definitely. So then, beyond that, though, do you have any goals to expand to other countries like Germany or Japan, maybe?
All the things that they come to my life, it's great. My goals, it's obviously to put my name like an international wrestler. The first goal, I think, is the USA. Then it's like in all the world, Europe, Germany, and all that. My first step is to be on the USA. Then I think to expand my name to all the world, Japan, and all that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want to jump back just for a minute. We were talking about AAA and people leaving AAA, and recently Zora left AAA.
Yes, it's about the same. Excuse that I have is the same that Zorro had.
Absolutely. So, do you think we'll have more guys leaving AAA once all these other big names are leaving, such as yourself and Daga and Penta? Do you think other people are going to leave?
Yeah, I think they are going to start making that because they're knowing that in the independent mode there's more work, there's better pay, and there's better matches. There's a lot better.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, do you think maybe that with all these people leaving, that we might see more members joining La Rebellion?
To the Rebellion, we have a surprise that we're going to present next February 25 on Tijuana. We are going to have a surprise with the group of the Rebellion. We are going to present a new member of the group. We're going to make that on the Crash event on February 25 in Tijuana.
Okay, very cool. Very, very cool.
It's an international new member.
All right, so then everyone will have to kind of tune in for that one. Excuse me.
Huh?
So as well, there are other promotions, of course, within around the Mexico area that it's possible to wrestle for. So do you think we'll ever see you or other La Rebellion members wrestle for a company such as CMLL?
They can be just to talk with them and call about the money and all of that. And if they have plans for us, we can work with any company that they want.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, kind of on a personal note, you're from Monterrey, correct?
Yeah, Monterrey, Mexico.
So, what is the wrestling scene like in Monterrey, Mexico?
We have a lot of awesome wrestlers. We have a lot of young wrestlers that they make extremely good moves. I think it's in Monterrey. There's like where they can born a lot of superstars in the wrestling. Monterrey has a lot of extremely good guys.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, of course, there's a lot of great talent nowadays, and especially since you are now a part of the independent wrestling scene, you have a lot more freedom. You can branch out, you can wrestle for pretty much whoever you want to now. So, a lot of guys have a list of people that they want to work with. Do you have a list of people that you want to work with?
No, just if there are international talents, let's welcome to the matches. I just want to work. I just want to make the thing that I love, that is wrestling. I just want to make that because I love it. I have in my blood, and I don't care who is the opponent. I just want to work, and that's all.
Absolutely, absolutely, definitely. So obviously, you've already made a massive step in the road of making your professional career even more fantastic. So, what are some other goals you have for 2017 to continue on this path?
My only goal is to make my name international, and I think I'm focused on that, and that's what I want to have in 2017 to put my name in an international place, and that's my only goal in this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, as we kind of wrap up the interview, a lot of the times fans like to get to know the people who they see wrestle in the ring. So is there anything about you that your fans don't know about you? Maybe like a little fun fact or a snippet?
Oh, I don't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So sometimes, fans, they like to know a lot about the people they watch, about their favorite wrestlers. Is there anything? Is there any like fun facts or things about you that your fans don't know about you?
I think they know all about me. There's a lot of biographies of me. The song that we use is the "Here Comes the Boom" of Nelly, and that I think that my fans know all about me. And if they don't know something, they can contact me directly on Twitter. They follow me as Garza with double A, GR. There's a verified account, on Facebook, they can follow me as Garza Jr. and Instagram as Garza Jr. And they can ask me whatever they want, and I will respond.
Awesome. So definitely, yeah, everyone who's listening to this, go out, follow him on all these social medias, first of all. Definitely just go on there, follow him so you can follow his career. But one last question for you, Garza. As you've already said all your social medias, is there any upcoming shows other than ones you've told me that you want to plug?
The next shows, I'm gonna be on Mexico. On the USA, I'm gonna be on Hidalgo, Texas, the next March 3, 18. I will be on Dallas, and and that's all that I have on almost all the events that I have out there on Mexico.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Garza. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. Thanks for working with us, getting this interview in the bag. But thanks so much. I really appreciate it, man.
No, I appreciate it too. I will make my best on the wrestling. We keep in contact for anything that you want. And just to correct something, my Instagram is _Garza GR. It's all together. And no, thank you for the interview and all the you want. I'm here for answer all your questions.
Yeah.
And I hope to be on your podcast on live if they can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
we love that.
It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, last thing for you. Do you have anything you want to say to our Spanish-speaking fans that you might want to give a little snippet to?
Yeah, nada más que pues a todos los que nos escuchan en español, pues muchas gracias. Ya saben que Garza Jr. Este es su año 2017. Vamos con todo y pues que se grabe bien la frase: la rebelión nace cuando el respeto muere.
All right, well, thank you, sir, so much. It's been a real pleasure, and we'll definitely be in contact, keep you updated on here. So thank you so much, Garza.
Thank you.
Check out Geek Stew for all your geek and wrestling news and podcasts. Visit geek-stew.com. Gather round for life lessons from professional wrestling's own Mance Warner. It's Warner Wisdom.
All right, people, we're live out here. The red light's on. That means we're live. Okay, it's old Messer here. Your favorite wrestler of mine, me, the king of big dog style out here. Larry to light beer, the mouth of the Mid-South. Your favorite wrestler, my favorite wrestler. You know all the catchphrases out here, people. I just got back from Cleveland, Ohio. Got back at about 5:30, 6 in the morning, whatever it was. Got me a light beer here. Getting ready to send y'all another edition of Warner's Wisdom out here. The best part of the Dave Dynasty Show. You people know it, I know it. Oh, Dave knows it. He real good. I'm just saying, old master, it's pretty good too. Now, okay. I'm out here drinking light beer. I'm going to give y'all some wisdom. Y'all know how it goes out here. Still dying. That's okay. That's fine. Now, like old master said, he was out in Cleveland, Ohio. A poll was done out there by the fans, and it has now been confirmed that old Manser, is Cleveland, Ohio's favorite pro wrestler. The poll was done. All the people agreed. It's going to be a PWI magazine coming up. Y'all can read about it. Or hell, maybe it won't be. Maybe PWI cut it out of the magazine. Just like old Coliseum Video did to old Master back in 92 to 95. Cut all my matches out. Who knows? I don't know, people. I'm getting all worked up, getting heated out here. All right. Now, in today's episode here, I'm going to answer a couple questions from no Twitter, no Facebook. People send me questions. Y'all know the routine. Sometimes I just go answer your questions on here. Well, I drink my light beers, people. Okay. First one I see on here from some punk kid. Say 15 years old. Ain't getting bullied. I feel like I've answered these before. Let me think. I drink a lot of light beer. I get in a lot of trouble out here. I don't remember all the stuff I do. But I feel like I answered one like this before. So old Mexcian just gonna give you this advice. You get picked on. You can either be a big old baby and just keep getting picked on. Or you go in there and you do one of two things. Number one is what old Mexcian does every week. 3 to 4 times a week. You go on up to them, whoever it is, and you give them one. Wait for it. Y'all know what I'm going to say, right? Y'all hip to the game, huh? You know what I'm going to do. You give them a big old... See, I'm pausing right there because I know some of you people are saying it. Some of you people know what's going on. You sitting on the other side, you already said it. Right? So you go up to them and you give them big old wackadoo. You give them big old wackadoo. Hashtag wackadoo. You knock the punk out. You won't get picked on no more. That's the way you can handle it. Or the other way is you want to make a real big statement. You walk on up there and you just bite his nose right off his face. Saw Haku do that back in 1990. You walk right on up there and you bite his nose right off his face. On to the next question from the fans. All right. We got somebody here who said they're 27 years old and they want to know what old Mance's opinion is on Lucha Libre. It's a real good light beer. Now, before I answer this question, all you light beer companies out there, go ahead and send me free samples of your light beer. I'll drink them up, give you reviews, put them on the Twitter, put them on the Instagram, put them on the Facebook, put them on whatever new thing they come up with. Some kind of yellow app. People are telling me it's a yellow app. You click on it, you take pictures, whatever that's called. I'll get one of those too, and I'll take pictures of the beer I'm drinking. Now, okay, back on to the question. What's old Mance's thoughts and opinion on Lucha Libre? I don't really have no thoughts or opinion on Lucha Libre. Old Mexcian been to Mexico. He been out there wrestling in Mexico. I love going to Mexico. I love the light beer. I love all the women. I love getting paid the green and the white. The green and the white. But my opinion on Lucha Libre is, it is what it is. Old Mexcian don't do it. Old Mexcian is a professional wrestler, baby. I like to sell. I like to sell. I don't wear no mask because I'm too pretty. Okay. On to... Now, hold on. I did know a good brother back in the day that did wear a mask. He was the masked good brother. Number 3. Hell of a talent. He didn't do no Lucha Libre, though. Real good guy. Real good guy. Real good brother. If you're out there listening, I know you are. Masked good brother. Number 3, baby. We're waiting for that big comeback. We're waiting for you to give us one more match, baby. Come on out here. All right. I got a couple more questions, but old master don't want to read them. Feel lazy day, Sunday. I got all these light beer. I got a mountain of light beer in here to drink. So I ain't gonna do no more questions. I keep them. You people send me more. I answer them. Until then, you people need to go on to ProWrestlingTees.com, buy Old Master t-shirt, a beautiful t-shirt. If you're a lady, throw one of them t-shirts on. Oh Lord, you'll be a belle to ball. If you're a man, throw one of them t-shirts on. You get laid, partner. That's just the way it's gonna go. If you a kid, you throw one of them t-shirts on, you gonna be the coolest goddamn kid in school. Kindergarten up to whatever grade you in. If you're dumb and you're in there and you're 22 and you're still in high school, cool with me, man. Don't matter. Wear a Laird's a Light Beer t-shirt. Now, like I said, I'm going to sit here and drink me some light beer. Hang out, have a good time. Got to go pay some of these bills. Out here putting the boots to people. Making times. Throwing headbutts. Big boots, Laird's. You guys know how it goes. All right. Until next time, this is old Warner's Wisdom on the Dave Dynasty Show. You people need to go on the Twitter, however you say it, the Instagrammer, the YouTuber, I'm missing one. What am I missing here? The Facebook, all that crap, baby. Get on the social media, put the Dave Dynasty Show on there. Make sure you put Warner's Wisdom on there, the best part of the Dave Dynasty Show. Maybe throw a couple of them, the hashtag wackadoo. Drink some of them light beers for old Messer. And until then, I'll see you dummies next time. Hope y'all have a good week. Ain't gonna be a good mind, but good luck with it.
And welcome back to the Dave Dynasty Show.
Yo.
One of the cooler interviews I think we've done yet there with Garza Jr. Of course, I'm going to mark out a little bit because you know I'm the Lucha fan.
Lucha.
Very, very, very cool. So, yeah, make sure you share that. And, not only do you get the Garza Jr. review, but you get a little wisdom from Mance Warner, as you do every week. Well worth the price of admission.
What's the price for admission?
And we're a free podcast.
Oh, I was going to say there's no remission. Not that I know of.
I know. We're a free podcast as long as you guys visit our sponsors and help us out. Yeah.
What was that? As long as you don't
that was my whiny voice. Anyway,
give us money.
Yeah. As we started last week, let me drop a little bit of mentions for a couple of upcoming shows that might be in your area that you might want to see. Once again, if you have a show, if you're a promoter or a wrestler appearing on a show, or you know of a show in your area that we might want to throw the date out there, you can always email it to us at dave@davedynasty.com or contact us via social media. So, here's some shows you might want to check out if it's in your area. On February 26th, Beyond Wrestling in Providence, Rhode Island. Also on February 26th in Atlanta, Georgia, AWE. And then, of course, you can check out IWA Mid-South every Thursday in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and every Saturday in Memphis, Indiana. Rockstar Pro Wrestling every Wednesday in Dayton, Ohio. Also every Wednesday, Ohio Valley Wrestling in Louisville, Kentucky. WCWO runs every Friday in Indianapolis, Indiana. And for my fellow Lucha fans, I will always plug CMLL every Monday and Tuesday on YouTube and every Friday on clarosports.com. You can watch their show's live feed. Pretty cool. Once again, if you have any shows you want us to plug, we'll consider it. Just contact us. Let us know all the info on the show.
We'll consider it.
Well, we can't plug them all. There's just too much out there.
That's true. That's true.
We hit the highlights.
If we plug everybody, there'd be no one else to plug.
That's right.
Got to keep people guessing.
That's right. So, yeah. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, go out there and support independent wrestling. There are shows all over the world every weekend and on sometimes even on most nights through the week.
Oh, yeah.
If there's one in your area, go check them out. And while you're at those shows, make sure you hit the merch table, support the wrestlers themselves. Give them a little additional money, buy a shirt, picture, whatever else they're selling. Say hi. And when you're out there and you're checking in on these shows and you're posting pictures, always feel free to tag us in them or tag us in your tweets and or on Instagram. We like to see what you're up to, wrestling related wise.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't want to hear about your other shit.
We like to see what shows you're at, what's going on. Very cool stuff. And again, also it applies for the wrestlers. If you're out there, especially friends of the show that have been on, or even if you haven't, feel free to tag us. Let us know where you're at. And make sure you tell all your friends about us. And you can do that. You can tag us and mention us through any of our social media links. Once again, you can go to davedynasty.com, where you can find links to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And make sure you visit all those. Like, follow, subscribe, share. And then you can always drop us an email, dave@davedynasty.com. Make sure while you're at davedynasty.com, visit all of our sponsors. Their links are all right there on the main page. And check out all episodes of the podcast. Click that banner right in the middle. It's got my pretty face and Isaac's ugly mug.
Yo, what's up?
Click on it. Check out all the past episodes. If you are an iTunes listener, please make sure you rate and review us. Helps us on the charts. Help us build. And before we take off, we're going to discuss wrestling and booze just for a moment here,
Oh yeah,
because we had a whole episode that we uploaded last week.
we did.
It was a good episode,
It was a very good episode, actually.
and it got blocked.
Yes, it did.
It got blocked by WWE on their auto censor thing or whatever it is, because apparently the version of the match we found between Jerry Lawler and Kerry Von Erich for Superclass 3 apparently came straight from a WWE release.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why it flagged, and I could find no way around it. So I think we're just going to have to put that episode in the archives and just put it back. So
Yeah.
we are going to get back on track. We are going to record a couple new episodes this coming week and get back on with that. Hopefully, we get warnings every time we put these up.
Yeah.
But they always say, no big deal. You're not monetized on this video. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to affect your account. Blah, blah, blah. Because, we don't monetize those videos.
Uh-oh.
We're not looking for anything. And there is copyright laws. If you're doing commentary or whatever, you're allowed, to use stuff.
Yeah.
But on this one, we couldn't.
Which I still don't quite understand, because it wasn't monetizing. We were just doing commentary.
And, I even disputed the claim, claiming the fair use, that it was just a commentary thing. We weren't making money. We were just using it as part of our thing. And, it rejected.
So,
Whatever.
long story short,
Fuck the machine.
I was like, suck a dick.
And I don't mean
Copyright.
Brian Cage. But anyway, you please don't. Brian Cage will kick my ass. He would break me in half. But anyway.
Brian Cage. Who the hell's Brian Cage?
Yeah, look him up. How do you not know who Brian Cage is? Anyway, yeah. That's why there was no Wrestling and Booze last week, despite the fact that we said there was going to be a Wrestling and Booze.
It was a good one. Can we say who it was? Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. It was
Lawler and Von Erich.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
It was really good. It was actually really good because you had a lot
But,
of stories and tales to talk about and everything.
Yeah,
It was a loaded episode, but, fuck it.
Yep. Can't do it. We're going to find some more matches and get back on track, and we'll put more up. I guess we got to dig a little deeper in the archives. But again, if you have a match ideal or even a person that you'd like to see on Wrestling and Booze, you can contact us through all the links we've mentioned a dozen times. Tell us. We'd be more than happy to see what we can do. I think that's it. We plugged everything
Like so.
multitudes of times. We've
Well-
told them all of our social media links. If they can't find us now, then they're just crazy.
They're just not looking hard enough.
All you gotta do is go to davedynasty.com. Everything's right there to click on. Very easy. We're not hard to find. We're right out there. So I think we're done for the week.
I believe so. I believe that's all we have.
That is it. That is. So
Lessons to learn. Fuck copyright. No, I'm kidding.
no, that's not what we're saying.
fuck the.
We were not
machine.
trying to make money off of them.
That's
we
true.
were just.
We were just trying to have fun.
It was just commentary thing. They didn't like it apparently, or it was an automated thing. You can't get by. I don't think there's some guy that sits there and it's just something in the meditation. I don't know what it is. It's something embedded that flags this stuff. That kicks it.
Yeah, I'm sure there was something wrong with the code or whatever was with the video. But I think
I don't care.
But I think if you dispute it, don't they actually review it? I thought
They did review it, and
And
they upheld the claim.
they're just like, yeah, still fuck you though.
So I just took it down. I just deleted it. It's like because it stayed up there. I could watch it,
Yeah.
but nobody else could. I couldn't. So whatever. We'll just find something else.
Move on. She on.
So apparently, I advise you to watch the Jerry Lawler Kerry Von Erich Superclass 3 match. Apparently, to do it, you have to somehow pay WWE. So go buy whatever it's. I don't even know what it's on.
You could probably look it up on YouTube.
I tried. There's no
No.
good version. I'm guessing the
Nah.
same thing. I don't know.
I'm assuming this is actually.
I don't know why this match. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, we're out of here for another week.
Maybe we can upload our commentary about the match, and you can find the match on YouTube somewhere and watch it yourself and listen to our commentary.
I don't know.
That might be too difficult. I don't think your
It has to
fans
have
are.
the visual.
That's true. I don't think your fans are smart enough to sync that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I realize
It
I'm
might
not-
be a lost cause.
I don't know. I don't think I've insulted your fans lately. So
Okay.
fuck you guys. I think that's all I got right
It's like double negatives. If it's an insult from Ike Isaacs, it's really, you're doing all right if you're insulted by Ike Isaacs.
now. You're funny.
So anyway, that is Ike Isaacs. Tell him bye.
Adios.
I am Dave Dynasty. Visit DaveDynasty.com for all of our links. And as always, be safe, be good, and keep on growing. We will see you next week. Thank you, and goodbye.